episode 23, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's 23.
And we are on with a very special guest, Joe Fahnbulleh. He is right now acting up for the camera because
you're really posing over there.
Himself. We love it. So we hope you guys watch this actually on our YouTube because Joe would appreciate that very much.
Really would.
He really would.
Yes.
But yeah, here's some just accolades about Joe. He is an Olympic finalist, a Liberian American who competed for Liberia in the Olympics. He is a 2-time NCAA champion. He was a Gator for us for 4 years? For 3 years. He was a Gator for us for 3 years. He still trains here in Gainesville. He was 4th in the World Athletic Championships in 2022, a bronze medalist in the African Games, a pro runner for Asics now, and like I said, he still trains here in Gainesville with the Gainesville Elite Squad. Yeah, Joe, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Just a chill guy. Yeah, I mean, she really listed all the accolades, but besides the track, family and faith come first. So I was raised in a church, and I still go to church to this day. Alive Church. Shout out Alive Church.
Oh, Alive, yes.
Shout out Alive Church. Yes. Pastor Eric, my God. No, but there's a lot more to me, but people don't really see it because they only see what we show to the world, which is like running, and we kind of get lumped up in, oh, you're just a runner, and it's hard to break out because they won't accept you, or you don't really see as much growth as you see on the track. So it's like, do I really want my personality to be out there? But if you guys get to know me, go on YouTube and you watch videos, and then I'm funny, I'm a cool guy, and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm a cool guy with even cooler people.
Whoa.
That's a huge compliment.
Thank you. That is a huge compliment. Well, we appreciate you, and thank you so much for being on the pod. Actually, I think I'm gonna have you. Do you think you could just hold the mic?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. I think that's I think that's gonna be better. Anyways, yeah. So I guess we're just gonna kind of start off actually, let's start off with our icebreaker question, and then what did I say the icebreaker question?
Okay, so this is kind of a weird one.
Okay.
Sorry. But is there a smell that gives you PTSD?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wait, am I allowed to talk about alcohol or no?
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
alcohol.
Oh, okay. All right. PTSD. Cool. Sorry. I got so.
I'm so glad we asked this question.
There was. Man, there was a stretch when I was in college where I was just depressed, right? And it wasn't bad. No. This isn't a sad story. But anyways, we were outside, and I don't like vodka. You're either a tequila or a vodka person, right? So every time that I smell vodka now, I gag a little bit because of this one stretch where I was like, it was free alcohol. I'm gonna just drink it. And then now I can't drink vodka unless it's mixed. Tito's don't even give it to me. Also, rubbing alcohol. They smell the same. So if I have to put on rubbing alcohol for a scar or anything, I really hold my breath.
Yeah.
And it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I feel like that would trigger past experiences.
Yeah, mine actually might be rubbing alcohol also, just from the I think I had shout out Abby. Abby was calling me. Anyways, I think mine might be rubbing alcohol because I think so. When I was young, I got hit in the face with a golf club and I fractured my cheek when I had to get stitches. And I just remember the doctor's office, all the alcohol they put underneath in my face to stitch me up and stuff like that. I think it's just the smell of the doctor's office or the hospital. Had to have a few trips there. That might be it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. I actually helped choose this question, so I've been thinking about it, but I'm really having trouble figuring it out because I feel like a smell. I feel like there are smells that bring me back to childhood,
Yes.
Yes. You go into, if I smell Elmer's glue, immediately back to kindergarten.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
But PTSD is hard because it's I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, PTSD, yeah. But nostalgia, that's a different
nostalgia.
topic.
Now you gotta do PTSD.
PTSD. Yeah.
Okay, so let's think. What are some smells that you smell and you're like, no?
Throw up.
Oh no.
Okay, that I was thinking about saying that one. Throw
Yeah.
up.
Throw up. Yeah, go ahead.
Or there's specific smells in cars. I don't know if that.
No,
You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
that. No, yeah. I get that. Yeah.
Because like there's
Yeah.
specific smells in cars
get
that
that.
trigger me. Because like I grew up with 4 siblings, and so like we go on road trips and people throw up and like things happen.
Yeah.
And so if you smell
Yeah.
anything a little, sketchy in the car,
Yeah.
then like I get immediately like transported back to that time, and I'm like no bueno.
Stomach turns.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
No,
Yeah.
it's bad. Yeah, I get you with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just got like reminded.
No,
of
I know,
car
and I can
trips.
smell it right now.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, carrying along to our first question,
Mhm.
we're just gonna kind of jump right in. I was looking you up right before you came over here, and it says you were born on 9/11/2001.
Yeah.
You were born on September 11th, 2001.
Yeah.
So tell me, obviously when you were born, you didn't know what happened on that day, but tell me, what does it mean, to be born on that day? What does it mean to you, and, does it have significance besides your birthday?
Well, obviously the significance is remembering who passed away on 9/11. So it's always a really somber day, and I don't mind it being a somber day. I don't really like my birthday anyways, if I was born on April 1st, right? I wouldn't mind that either because it's April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
But still, I wouldn't mind, what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't like my birthday because I'm getting older.
Yeah.
That's so fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it was a birthday, if it was a countdown to my peak year, that would be even worse. But in a sense, it would be better because then I know when my peak is, that I can calmly reverse down.
Yeah.
But anyways, remembering 9/11, who else died? If there's anybody that's over there has a family members, rest in peace, that.
Yeah.
That's basically it. That's the only significance that I have directly related to 9/11.
Yeah, that's cool though. I just wanted to ask that question because I had never met anyone who was born on that day. And I know in the midst of 9/11, everyone who was working in the hospitals, my mom worked in labor and delivery, and she, at the hospitals, they were all talking about what was happening, And so I'm sure being a little baby born on 9/11 was tough for the hospital workers too, because it was so much else going on as well. Yeah.
Was there a specific age you turned where you were was that the moment you were I don't want to get older, or were you always just I don't like my birthday?
When the birthday party stopped being fun, and you just got a little card,
Yeah.
When your friends just stop coming over and it's no big party. Now it's this is kind of lame, and then you're reminded, oh, you're getting older. Oh, okay, cool. Now you have more responsibilities.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're getting older, and then it's a whole lot of stuff that's on the list. But I don't really, after the party stop getting fun,
Yeah.
Dang, the parties were so fun back then.
Yeah.
Sky Zone parties,
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yes.
pizza parties,
Yeah.
Pizza parties.
Oh
That's
my
where it
gosh.
was at.
sleepovers. It's just yeah.
Yeah,
Fun.
Sky Zone, I guess that's we had rebounders, so the trampoline.
Oh, okay,
yeah, the trampoline.
Yeah, trampoline.
Oh, everything in the parks are
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And the skydiving things, what is that called? iFly?
iFly.
Yes,
yeah.
that's mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Very fun.
So, when did you start running? What age did you choose to?
7th grade.
Wow, okay.
6th grade.
So pretty early.
6th grade, yeah. I started running cross country in 6th grade. 7th grade, 6th, around that. Because I needed to do a extracurricular activity. I had so much energy after school.
Mhm.
So my teacher, Miss Rosso, Kim Rosso.
Shout
Shout out Kim Rosso. I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for her, because that put me on the path to get to here, she said you should do cross country, and ever since then I loved it. I have a deep respect for distance people. It's more mental than it is anything physical. I swear to you, being out there in a cornfield during cross country, and all you hear is footsteps and heavy painting. Yeah, that's different than you being in a lane with somebody else running at full speed. And some people don't hear anything during the race. Some people hear everything during the race. You know what I'm saying? But in cross, you hear everything no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, if I could go back to cross, I would do the 8. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, but 7th and 6th grade, that's when I started.
And when did you decide to like drop cross and then like pursue track?
When I would sprint the last 800 of the race, they were like, "Yeah, you're in the wrong sport, buddy." And then that same year, I did track, and they were like, "Oh, you should probably, you know, do track full time." And that was after I won JOs for the 200, and we got back to school, and cross practice was happening, and it was just this Saturday. I had to go tell my cross country coach. I was like, I don't think this is the right. I don't think doing cross again in the fall. No, was it fall? Yeah, in the fall is the right choice for me. I want to lift, get faster, fall, winter, so I can get better for springtime. And I told him, and it was sad because I just got nominated for being a captain, and that's like a big deal for like a guy who was slow during cross country. I couldn't really lead by example, as in times, but my personality was so profound that I was like, oh, you are being seen as a leader, so we will make you a captain, and I had to give that up.
Yeah.
And I was sad, and I was like, dang, you know, but it was the right choice though. You know, it was the right choice.
Yeah, that's tough, but it does show your leadership qualities and also what you've brought to the team as a Gator and all your leadership here, and then also on the pro team as well.
Yeah.
But I want you to elaborate on 2 things. Okay, one, elaborate on, you said in a sprint race, you sometimes you can't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, so in some of your races, do you just not hear any noise? Like, it's that short of a race. Like, what goes through your mind? And like, you can't hear? Like, what do you mean?
If you're thinking in the race, you're not racing because you're trying to run fast. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Because your brain is, you're trying to run fast, so you're not letting it flow.
Right. Okay.
The times where it's like where people tell stories, I don't know, man, I just blacked out.
Ooh, that's good.
That's what it means to be like, you know, you don't hear anything, you don't remember nothing. You probably remember getting out, nothing, and then you crossing the line. Now it's like headphones are on, and then cross the line, it's off, and then now you can hear everything. You know what I'm saying? So
that's so cool.
So yeah, but I have that every race though. I don't hear nothing per race. Doesn't mean that I don't think per race though. Yes. It just means that I don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so nationals, any relay, any 100, don't hear.
Locked in.
Locked in.
See, even for us, like running a 10K, for example, on the track, like there are bits and pieces I do black out.
Yeah.
Like even for a long race. Yeah. Like if I look back and I'm like, I remember every single part of it, like you said, it wasn't in the race.
Yeah, it's also mentally taxing. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to pace behind Grant Holloway a lot during longer reps. I black out for probably 200 meters of a like 450, and then the last 250 I reawaken and I run my own. You know what I'm saying? So
that's
it's like,
good. I like that.
Because when I was in cross and we did like K loops, you know, I would be behind whoever was leading. You know, that was a workout where we were doing it at threshold pace, so it was kind of up tempo, but I had enough rest to get full recovery, and I was kind of fast, so it was like that was like the perfect workout. I would be behind like Eli Hayes and whatnot, you know. So shout out Eli, and then I would black out like you would just go and then you just run, because sometimes you just have to just run.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really think, because thinking for a 10K.
Yeah.
Every lap?
No.
Then you just start to in tune with how your body feels.
And you're so focused on the pain, and then it's like,
It's different if y'all were like holding a conversation, but even I can't like do that. Y'all who talk while running, that is insane. I don't know how y'all do that. No, I can't. No. Yeah. I'm painting. I get side stitches.
Yeah. But it helps to go by so much faster. Because if you
I don't believe that.
Yeah, no, it
If
does.
we get in if we get on like a super long tangent,
Okay.
like, oh my gosh, it's like a podcast kind of, but like
The conversations, how deep we can get on runs. Oh my god.
you get in like these rabbit holes where you're like trying to uncover something. So good.
Yeah. And then the run's done, and then you're like, crap, we gotta finish this next time.
Yeah, it's like to be continued.
I respect it.
Yeah. Okay. My other question, kind of along the lines of cross country, was before we started filming, you were telling us about your longest run. So tell us about your longest run, and then.
No.
Oh yes, we gotta hear about this.
Run.
Yeah. Tell us the story. The longest run.
So we met up. I forgot what trail it was, but it was like a trail where I had every mile I had post, like mile 1, mile 2, mile 6, right? So we all met up, and it was me, Eli, Alex, and I think it's Henry. I don't even know. It was like the really good guys, and then a group of like, it was varsity, then JV, and then I was below JV. I was like, all right, we're all friends. I'm just gonna go out there and like have fun, right? So they said, Joe, we're gonna go for a long run. If you want to go back at any time, go back. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. So we hit like mile 1, mile 2. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm fine. Mile 3, mile 4, I'm like, I'm feeling it. And I totally forgot that, I have to go back.
Yeah.
Like it's a down and back. It's not just down. So at mile 5, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm cooked. So I jogged back, and it was the slowest fat man shuffle we'd ever seen.
Fat man shuffle.
Oh my god, it was so slow. And then the next day, couldn't even move. Whole body cramps. But I was there to show face and to be with the guys.
Yeah.
That's why like cross country, you are, the guys matter, the people around you matter.
Oh my gosh,
You know what I'm
totally.
saying?
Yeah.
The team is amazing.
Teams are,
Yeah.
gotta have that.
Did you talk during the run?
No, I didn't talk during the run. No, I talked. Well, no, okay, no. Like mile 1 and 2, we could talk, but then
Okay, that's good.
once the varsity guys got quiet, I was like, yeah, it's time to like just
Lock in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lock in, run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. How long did the varsity guys? How long did they go?
They went 10 down, 10 back.
Like 20 miles. That's crazy.
20.
That's actually so crazy for high
20.
school.
They were on some they were a different level, but they were, I'm sure that the pace wasn't, like fast all the time. Like they were talking about doing like certain miles at a certain pace, going back down, going up, going back down, and then they had somebody on the bike with them,
Yes.
so that also makes it, a level of difficulty, but also ease, so they know the pace. They don't really have to look at their watch all the time for pace.
Yeah.
Just follow, like the bike. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so whenever, so you're from Minnesota, or you went to high school in Minnesota?
Yes.
Or both, I guess. But like, what made you choose UF? Like, going from, Minnesota to UF, that's kind of.
I wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I wanted to leave. I wanted to get out of my own comfort zone. I wanted to be great.
Yeah.
Coach Lovis, who was the head coach at the time, I think he still is. He's like my father. He was like, you need to leave. You need to, as much I said, I don't want to say this, but you need to leave. And I want to see all the time, but you need to go down there and you need to leave and you need to work. And he said Florida is a good place. Before even Florida even sent me a letter, he was like, you need to go to Florida.
Wow.
And then that was crazy because I didn't even have Florida on my radar. And then one day my friend Yaya, he was like, bro, you have a letter in the office for me. Come on, pick it up. And I was like, oh, Florida says they want you to come on a visit. And I was like,
Wow.
I had no idea what the history was behind Florida. Nothing. I met Coach Holloway. We had an official visit. Since it was me and my mom only growing up, Holloway was like, I will make your son into a man. And she just cried. And I was like, I'm signing on site.
Wow.
It was like, and he was like, you want to take your Ferrari engine to a Jiffy Lube or to like an actual dealership? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know what? I got you. So I bought in to the process that is. But I feel like it's good to get out of your comfort zone when you're home, unless your home is a good spot for whatever you're doing. Like let's say you're born in Oregon, obviously go to Oregon for distance if you have that, you know, if you have those means, or go to NAU or come here. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't really matter, but I feel like leaving the area that you're in is growth. No matter.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
I like how you speak on that because I think a lot of the times getting out of your comfort zone, that's whenever the growth happens. And like you said, like every case is so different, but like I like how you speak on that because I think a lot of people are afraid to like, if they're, you know, wherever they're from is a close-knit community or like, you know, a smaller area, to move out to like a bigger city or like move out to that place that they don't have family or connections there, but like the connections that you can make here are, you know, like as close, I don't know, like very similar to like the bond you have with your family, like the teammates and like or relationships I've made with my teammates, like those are like family ties basically. So that's really cool that you speak on that.
I agree with that. Also, so you talk about your mom and you grew up with a single mom household, and your girl Jasmine told me to ask you this question, but can you elaborate a little bit on like
here we go.
Shout out Jasmine. Can you elaborate just a little bit on your upbringing and also your history, your mom's history in Liberia and those kinds of things? Yeah, I know that's a huge part of your story.
No, but so my mom, she was born in Liberia, and then there was a war that happened. Our great uncle was the president, and we speak about apartheid.
Wait, your great uncle was the president of Liberia?
Yeah.
No way. Okay, cool.
And then we speak about apartheid and whatnot, and there was a coup that happened. So they didn't have to, but they assassinated him on site. And then anybody with the Tolbert last name had to leave, or those that were, you know what I'm saying, die on site. So 2 aunts and my uncle went to London, and then my mom went to the US.
Okay.
Fast forward, landed in Minnesota. Don't know how. But landed there, and then ever since then she's been raising me as a single mom since like 6 months. You know, so it's really been me and my mom. You know, and then you don't know what your mom is doing at the time, but when you look, but hindsight is always 20/20. You know what I'm saying? And I sometimes catch myself reflecting back, oh, that's what you were doing, because I'm going through it now, and I will call her, and I'd be like, I apologize. I had no idea what you were doing. Now that I'm doing it, I fully understand. I apologize. I'm sorry. And then she like, I was trying to tell you. I'm like, yeah, you don't really hear stuff correctly from your mom or from your dad the first time, but you know, when you're going through it, it's like, all right, I see. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I love my mom. You know, I was calling her the other day. I called her today.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Yeah. That's so sweet that you guys have that like super tight bond as well.
Yeah.
And like your mom just sounds like such a strong woman. So shout out. That's
Shout out
incredible.
moms. But she was never like that though. We didn't talk for like 6 months. First time me coming here to Florida, I didn't talk to her for like 6 months. I just needed a break. You know, because you always like butt heads.
Yeah.
When you're so much unlike like one person, that I've only seen my mom interact with, you know, so it's like I'm a carbon copy. So when I give her sass and she gives me sass, I'm not gonna back down. She's not gonna back down. So then there's like a grudge. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's like, all right, who's gonna end the grudge and talk first?
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah.
So I didn't talk to her for like 6 months when I came here, because I started to be on my own and like do my own thing. But now we're good right now.
Yeah. Oh, they're good now. Sometimes you do need to like create like a boundary or something and be like, look, like I need to kind of have this time to kind of find my people and things like that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you guys are good now.
Thank you.
So have you like navigated any setbacks since coming to Florida, or just like in general that you want to talk about, and like how have you overcome them?
Yeah, I got injured. I think it was my last year here. I got injured. It's going crazy, you know, like 220. The holler was like, pick up your knees. I picked up my knees, felt a little pop in my hamstring.
Oh no.
I stopped movement in like completely. So I fell down I fell down, I skidded across the track like 10 meters, and I had track burn everywhere. But I got up and I was fine. It was a small strain because I was trying to push the envelope too much, you know. But got the PRP shot, wasn't able to go to nationals. So I was watching nationals at home. That's my first time ever watching nationals at home and not being there since like high school. So it was like, this is kind of different, and I was sad. And then went back outside. And I trusted Coach Holloway. He was like, "Do you trust me to get you to where you need to be?" And I was like, "That's why I'm here." You know, and me and Holloway have had many heart-to-hearts in the past 3-4 years, and it was probably one of the biggest heart-to-hearts. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I trust you, and I will do my best to do whatever you say, and then here we are. I'm saying,
And tell us a little bit about in your setbacks, like tell us about your faith and how you stayed strong during that time, and like also how you stayed strong mentally, you know, because you could have been like, well, that's it, I'm done, too hard to come back.
My mom was the main one who was like, read your Bible every day, you know what I'm saying, during that time. And it was more so just being consistent with what we were doing as far as what's on the track and what's at home, and calling my mom. You know what I'm saying? Her favorite verse is Psalms 23. You know? So she always said, you always have to read that before you go to bed every night. And then we would do Bible study, you know. So during that time, it was not really anybody but me, myself, and the Lord, you know, because I was hurt, and Holly would be gone. My friends would be gone because they would be at the meet, you know. So it was just, I was on my lonesome, you know. But having faith is something that's really hard, because you don't see progression until it hits you all at once, you know. So just having a good reminder that it's gonna be all right.
That's so good.
And I think during like trials and things like that, like I think a big reason why we go through things is so, like you said, we can be with God, because obviously we're with God, you know, in our everyday life if like you do go all in with God and you do believe, but to feel like you were with everybody being at nationals, like your coach being there, and like it's literally just you and God. Like sometimes you have to hit rock bottom or like hit that low point in order for it to just be you two. And I like that verse for like, you don't understand what I'm doing now, but one day you will. And I think that verse is so good, because like sometimes we don't understand why we go through hard things or struggles, setbacks, things like that, but like you're sitting here and you're like, well, I know why I went through that.
Looking back on it. And in James it like talks about like the testing of your faith produces perseverance, and like as an athlete, like you persevered and look at where you are now, you know. So that's really cool. Kind of along those lines, like I'm debating between two questions. I think I'm gonna say, okay, tell us about your Olympic experience this time around. Was this your first Olympics this time around, or was it your second? Second. Okay. Tell us about both of your Olympic experiences. Compare and contrast them, but also with all of your teammates here who train in Gainesville. Like that was also awesome that you guys all got to be at the Olympics together. So kind of elaborate on that as well.
All right. Tokyo, the Japanese people do it correctly every time.
Okay,
Tokyo
so Tokyo was 2020.
Yeah,
yes.
Tokyo was 2020, and we have Worlds again in Tokyo again this year. So
okay, cool.
Tokyo 2020, it was a really nice experience. It was COVID, but it was really nice nonetheless. People, it was nice food, nice dining hall. The facilities was really nice. To and from the track was really easy, no confusion, very streamlined.
Yeah.
Even in the airport, a little bit confusion because it's like different language. You have to wait here, then wait here, but it was for your own safety. You know what I'm saying? They do it correct. To me, I know there was no fans there, but that was the essence of track and field. Like how in the NBA, right? The NBA had COVID. They were in the bubble the whole time. No fans, nothing. The people who had no name made a name for themselves. That was the true essence of playing basketball. There's no fans. They were in a gym, hooping, right? So that was like for us the Olympics, and then in Paris, it was also good. You know, a lot of security over in Paris. Sightseeing was really fun. You do that afterwards though. The village this time, same, you know, energy. I would say as Tokyo, but Tokyo was just different. It was really good. The food there in Paris was mid. I'm sorry.
Really?
It was mid.
I feel like
The food in Paris was mid.
I always
In the village, it was mid.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. What kind of food was it?
It was like your regular cafeteria food. Like they
Got
had,
you. Okay.
they had like tuna on pizza though.
Tuna on pizza?
Nah.
Wait, is that their
see,
thing?
I don't know, but as an American, we're so self-centered. Was it?
Oh. No. Sorry,
No.
my computer's asking me questions, man.
No, but like as Americans, we like think everything is the best over here. Low key, half the like we got some good food, you know. But putting tuna on pizza, that's a no go.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like sardines or was it legit? Because I know
I
some
don't-
people do sardines on their pizza. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that a little strange?
Not me, I don't do that.
No, I don't do that either.
Yeah.
Or anchovies. Is it anchovies? It's
I
a
think
fish.
it's anchovies.
Okay,
No,
anchovies.
yeah. No, I think it's anchovies for like Caesar salad.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Because that's how they do it, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But-
right? Isn't that funky?
No, but yeah, the food there, it was good. It was good. The stadiums though, comparing stadiums, the purple track was nice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was nice. The stadium, I think I like the stadium better in Paris because of the track. It felt good. The lanes felt big. You didn't feel like the fans were on top of you because there was a gap between lane 9 and the stands. Especially because we were coming around where they had the jump pits, you know, so you have space enough for 2 pits and then some for whatever, and then the stands. So like you didn't feel like the people were like on top of you, which is also really nice because you don't. Sometimes people who feed off the energy of the fans do well.
Yeah.
Some people who don't want to see anybody, they also do well. You know, so like it was a hit or miss in Tokyo. No fans there, just run. You know, so it was good though.
That's good.
Overall, if I give a rating, the beds were shit in both. Sorry, the beds were bad in both.
Yeah.
So it was legit cardboard, right?
The frame was cardboard, and then the mattress was like a 3D printed squiggly. So it was bad.
So it was pretty uncomfortable.
This couch is better than the beds.
Oh, yeah.
100%,
Great.
100%, 1,000%.
Okay, there was a video, and I didn't know if this was legit, and I can't remember who it was. I feel like it might have been a swimmer or something. Was caught like sleeping outside, like on grass, because they said that the bed was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If I could sleep on the grass too, I would.
Yeah.
You know, for real, I had to make a makeshift pillow by putting some clothes in my hoodie and then like bunching it up because the pillow there was giving me neck pain.
Ooh.
Nah, it was bad. So if you have enough money, you can get an Airbnb for the time being, you know. But people who have to stay with their federation, you know, that's okay. But Team USA got mattress pads and different beds because they had the money to. I stole one thanks to Jasmine Moore. I stole a mattress pad. and
Shout
some
out, Jasmine.
pillows.
Shout out.
Shout out Jasmine. You know, and then but yeah, Paris was really hot.
Yeah.
They said no AC because of whatever reason. And I said, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want us to perform at the highest level, but put us in shit conditions.
Yeah.
That doesn't correlate. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that just
And
doesn't correlate.
hopefully they learned their lesson for sure. Because I mean, you're definitely not the only one who said stuff like that. Like I've
Yeah.
seen it all over socials and like just talking to people, it did not seem.
I'm not sure how it was in Rio, but they said Rio was fun.
Yeah.
So make it fun again, please. You know what I'm saying? Please.
Yeah. And were you the flag bearer for
Tokyo, I was.
Oh, Tokyo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, oh my God, don't even start on the opening ceremony. What?
On the boats?
Those boats were lame.
Really?
Lame.
Me watching, I thought it was so
Oh
cool.
my gosh. Those boats were lame. It was raining and it was cold.
Okay, it did.
I'm not
that
doing that.
did look crazy.
Like, Tokyo was better because we had to, when was it? We walked in the middle of the track stadium.
Okay.
And they had a performance and it was like, oh my God, we're walking and you get to, like, the light was shining on you and it was really, really a heartfelt experience. And then everyone was in the stadium. So you could go up to like LeBron and KD in the stadium. On the boats, it was just Team
That's
USA.
so true.
Or
yes.
it was big. It was the boats were big enough for you. You either had to share a boat, you get a small boat, or Team USA had a yacht. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah. And then the acts of the opening ceremony, no one really got. And it was,
That's so true. So much controversy around the open ceremony.
But y'all's fits were so awesome. They
Telfar,
were fire.
Shut up. Telfar, they were really nice. Very flowy, not heavy at all.
Yeah. No, those were so
Very
cool.
I will say, Liberia knows how to suit their athletes for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's so cool that you had that experience. I'm sorry that there were like obviously low points of it as well, but like what a blessing that you got to go. And I know that's like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of people's dream, you know? So that is incredible. So do you have any advice for your younger self?
Younger Joe.
Yeah.
Any advice for younger Joe?
Knowing what you know now.
Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't do half of the things that I was doing when I was young. I'm not gonna lie. If I knew that, well, that's different. That's so different. That's a weird question because knowing what I know now, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I could go back and say, hey, you will be here at this point, then I would, obviously change. But let's say I told my younger self everything that I would have done differently, I don't think I would be here. I think I'd be somewhere else,
So
I think I'd be doing art, because like I would tell them how it really is, and it's like, all right, bro, I don't live this life. It's not the best. Go live a different one, or I don't live this life. It's the best version. Follow in my footsteps, So it really depends on what that younger Joe wants to do at that time.
Yeah.
Because there was really two paths. I was like, all right, cool, you could do art or you could do this.
Wait, yeah.
And it was like, cool. Now that I'm in this path, younger Joe, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So
elaborate on that.
Depends on that.
You said you could do art.
Yeah, I mean, I was an AP art, and I like to do art on the side.
Okay.
So it's like, do I want to pursue this and go to school for this, or do I want to go to school for track and field?
I like that a lot. What kind of art was like your favorite? I'm into art also, so like.
Okay.
Yeah. So what kind of?
So I would work with watercolor, and I would do portraits a lot.
Okay.
And color pencil a lot, But I was an AP art, and I would just draw all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Let me see if I have any pictures.
Yeah, I would love to see the pictures. And
do you still draw or?
When I have time.
Yeah.
When I have time and when I have energy,
Yeah.
I think I was just drawing the other night though.
I love that. That's such a good outlet to have as well, because I think I find myself drawing a lot more and getting in touch with my artistic side when I have a lot of time to like think and not just dwell on the day and on practice and stuff like that. But yeah, I would love to see your pictures.
I think I did. It was this one. I was in like college.
Oh my gosh!
Then.
Wow.
Wait, that's
I was in college.
Oh my gosh.
And then
We'll have to like link it with the video.
Yeah. This was like.
Wait, we should put this like on our Instagram. We should put one of these.
Yeah, totally. If you don't mind. Totally.
And
Wow, that's incredible.
And whatnot,
Wow.
But like I still do art to this day.
Wow.
I just don't take pictures of it.
Yeah.
No.
That's so
yeah.
good.
So like I said,
Such a good creative outlet.
It is. You need something to get it because people are like, oh, track is life.
Yeah.
Track is not life.
No.
You lock in for track 5 hours of the day, and then what? You go home and then you sleep on your ass and do what?
Yeah, you have 19 other hours of that day, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, go do something. You have a passion, go do your passion. You know, and if you're in school, you got school too. You know, you always need a outlet to express yourself.
100%.
Or else you're just living in this box, and then you don't know who you are.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, it's also important to have those passions because, like, at the end of the day, like, one day our sport is gonna end, and then what are you gonna do when that happens? Like, you're gonna have an existential crisis because you're like, dang, like, I have nothing else. And so I think it's so important to have those other passions on the side, and like, who knows, maybe whenever you're done with running, whenever that's God's plan for your life, like, you could, you know, pursue art or like pursue something else that you've been like pursuing on the side as well. So
making friends, making connections.
Yeah.
No matter if it's how hard it is, 20 years later you can call up a favor to get a good job.
Yeah. That's so good. And you're such a friendly guy. Like, I remember when I first met you my freshman year, it was after a track meet, and I just interviewed you in the limb, and you were like, heck yeah, like, you know, you took all my questions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm always for the people.
I love it. Yeah, that is such a
Always
good
for the
way.
people.
That is such a good way to describe yourself. You're always for the people, and so I'm really excited for the people to hear this podcast. I guess along the lines, so you're talking about, so now you have some time to draw and stuff like that. Like, how has being a pro athlete been different from being a college athlete? Like, now that you don't have to like go to school and classes all the time.
Your support team is there when you're in college. Everything's free. Take advantage of everything being free. Take advantage of having unlimited opportunities. Don't waste them. Once you go pro, not everyone makes good money just because you go pro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right now, not everyone makes good money because you're a pro athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pro track and field, that is, right?
Yeah.
So then now, it's you're by yourself. Unless you go to a camp, and then your coach travels with you. Unless if you're not in that certain situation, you're by yourself. And even in that camp, athlete A and B could be at meet number 1, but you're at meet number 2, and you're athlete C, and you're all alone. You know what I'm saying? No coach, no assistant coach, no trainer. You know, you have to get worked on by a different person from a different country that doesn't speak your language. They don't know your body. They don't know you. You're traveling X amount of hours across the sea or in the States to go run. Different environment, sharing the room with another person at a meet. So I could be paired up with a thrower, you know, or a jumper, you know. So you go from everything being handed to you to, all right, now it's time for you to fiend for yourself and fight for yourself. If there is a way to make it an easier process, then that would be very helpful, but there's no other way than just throwing you in the fire, throwing you in the lion's den. You know what I'm saying? You either become David or you become food for the lions. Either one. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that analogy.
Well, I mean, that's like in college too, though. You know, trying to make it to be pro, right? You are thrown in the lion's den. You know, so you have to.
They see how you handle it.
Yeah, especially here.
Yeah,
especially here.
That's what I love about it here, though.
I do too. Yeah. Are there moments where I don't know, like if you're in a high pressure or high stakes environment, like how do you keep calm? Like how do you stay true to yourself?
Like overseas or like in a race?
Yeah, or I mean honestly anything, but like I was thinking race, like
okay. So Grant taught me to say certain words to yourself at practice, and say the same words to yourself in the meet overseas, because then it just brings you back to your sense of self. You know, I'm trying to be consistent. We're trying to control the uncontrollable.
Ooh.
You know, I just said the same thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can make everything feel like you're at home, then you're not gonna have to really worry about 200 meters is 200 meters, no matter what track you're on. it's 200 meters. And you know how to run 200 meters, but you know how to run a 10K. You know how to run a mile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you might not feel the best that day, but you have to make some shape. So yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think positive affirmation and just like that self-talk is so important.
Very important.
Because your mind, like, it's such a mental sport. Like, obviously, there's a huge physical component as well, but wow, I feel like sometimes it's like 60% mental, like 40% physical, or like sometimes like the mental is even more like on specific days. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You could be 95% physically set, but if that 5% mental is not there, you're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're not doing nothing, and it's hard. And it's hard because it's like you don't have 72 games in the NBA. There's 72 games. You could okay game Monday, come back Tuesday, have a great game. Break Thursday, Friday. Break Wednesday, Thursday, come back Friday, have a great game. So then that erases the game on Monday where you had a bad game. You know what I'm saying? So us, you have a race every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for how many weeks? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your I wrote down high school triple jump PR?
How do you know Jazz is over here trying to make me look bad. Nah. So we had True Team State. It's like it's a 50-man roster and everyone on the roster scores points.
Yeah.
So they had me do a high jump, triple, hurdles, whatever I had to do to score, you know what I'm saying, points so we can win. And I jumped 46. And Jazz was like, I jumped 46. I'm like, Jazz, you're a different monster. Firstly, and then I only did jumps the last 2 weeks of the whole season.
Yeah.
You know, but yes, I did triple jump. Was it good? No, it wasn't good. I had no form. I was just over there powering through each phase. No, but that's funny that she asked you guys to tell me that.
Yeah. Well, 46 is actually really good.
I was gonna say,
like when you think about Jazz, like she's a 2-time Olympic bronze medalist. Like 46 is really good. So you jumping 46 for being a sprinter and
that's
specialized
talent.
Dude, that's great.
See, I try my best. You know what I'm saying? But every sprinter can jump a little bit.
Yeah.
Long jump, yeah, but triple, that's different. That's like learning phases, learning hop, skip, jump, you know.
Okay.
But Jabs been jumping 45, 46 in high school.
That's
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we like to end every podcast on this question, which is, where did you see God this week?
Where did I see God this week?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a loaded question, so we can always
Where did I see God this week?
I'm thinking about my answer.
Yeah, I am too. I mean,
I went to church yesterday. I went to Wednesday service.
Mm-hmm.
But not this week, but last Wednesday, me and Jazz were at Home Depot, about to park the car. This guy comes up and he's just like, I can tell y'all are Christians. And it's like, all right, how do you know? You know, right then I was just like, God's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And then he was just telling us about how to get to where we need to be, we have to think that we're supernatural. And we have to understand that we got God's gifts within us. You know, in order to tap into those gifts, you have to walk like we're doing it, talk like we're doing it, you know. So he was just telling us that, and he was just, praying over us and for our healing and whatnot. And he was just a genuine person, and I was like, God's everywhere. When a random person stops you, it's like, I know you're a Christian. It's nothing to do with anything about no shirt on saying I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
No decal on my truck saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was bumping rap music actually, and then he pulled up and he was just talking to us. So that wasn't this week, but it was last week.
That's great.
That's amazing.
But yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
got?
Honestly, this week has just been really hard for like our team in general. Just a bunch of people on the team going through really tough things, and I think I've just been able to pray for my teammates, and I've just been able to be there for them when it's been really, really hard. And God's been really speaking to me through my quiet times on how to help certain teammates with what they've been going through and just things. And He's just been so close to the brokenhearted, and so I would say that this week, like God has been so close to some of my closest friends who have been so brokenhearted. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.